The Penfield School District recently sent home a letter to fourth grade parents about equity training being conducted in our child's classroom. My wife called the administration and specifically asked if there would be any anti-police or white privilege content in the curriculum. The administration assured her that there was not and said it was just a social studies course about historical maps and redlining in Rochester. She requested a copy of the curriculum, but instead was given generic links to New York State Social Studies Framework and a FAQ on Pastone. The FAQ contained the phrase contemporary realities of structural racism, which made us believe the course did not just teach about maps and redlining. After numerous phone calls and emails, we finally received a copy of the curriculum. We were shocked to find on day one, the first material shown to students was a video of various little kids saying, "I feel guilty for having white privilege that I don't deserve." A little boy saying, "I feel scared to walk down the street. Cops will start beating me up and doing terrible things to me." A little girl saying, "My cousin went to Catholic school and she felt awkward for being the only black person there." And a statement saying, "New York has the most segregated schools in the country." I watched the first video with my fourth grade son, and when it got to the point about the cops doing terrible things, I paused the video and I said to my son, "The police are good. They play a very important role in our society that maintain law and order." His reply was, quote, "I don't know what to believe. I think my teacher would say that police are bad," end quote. I did not watch the second video with him as I did not want him to think we were racist for going to church every Sunday. The curriculum also had incorrect definitions stating anti-racist, defined as someone who is actively fighting against racist rules and ideas. Racist, defined as someone who makes or supports racist rules, practices, and laws through their actions or inaction or expressing a racist idea. When we called the administration back to ask why they lied to us about the course, they simply stated that they had not watched the videos or seen anything else wrong with the course. I'm not an English major, but I feel it is very common knowledge that you cannot use the word you're defining in its definition. In this example, the course is defining the word racist and uses the word racist twice in its definition. This is particularly concerning since the administration trained at least 20 teachers before rolling out this course to students, and none of them raised a concern about the definitions or videos. This leads me to believe that the school does not have a safe environment for teachers to speak out against anything in DEI courses. I suspect this is because they would be called a racist or worried that it would affect their job. What makes this more alarming to parents is if teachers aren't in a safe environment, how do we expect that our students and children are in a safe environment in the classroom? Is teaching incorrect definitions, supporting anti-police messaging, and making people feel guilty based on the color of the skin aligned with Penfield's core values? It's important to also note that the school has time to reprimand parents trying to communicate to other parents what is currently going on in the classrooms. However, the school administration itself has not communicated any of this to parents or what their plans are for future DEI contact next year, specifically. I'm particularly passionate about this subject as my biracial brother is an Albany fireman and has told me countless stories how recent anti-police messaging has directly impacted his safety and his ability to help others. I will always stand against any material that segregates people based on the color of their skin with a purpose of hatred or making them feel guilty because of it. I also stand against sweeping statements that talk negatively about our police force. This is destructive messaging meant to divide our communities and our nation. The Penfield administration has lost the trust of parents with their utter lack of transparency, allowing politics in our classroom in this topic. They have fostered an environment where emotionally outspoken people can call anyone that disagrees with them racist. The current focus is on teaching our children hatred and what makes them different versus the common ground and acceptance of one another. Everyone should be judged on the content of their character and not by the color of their skin. I would like to know what the school board is going to do about this. Thank you.
Thank you. And the last speaker is Rich Tyson.